Greetings, I am Maleficious, and I'm back with World of Warcraft once again. And I'd like to actually start with a shout out to some of my former guildmates, specifically to Monoxide, Ristar, Pit Viper, Koji, and to a lesser extent Element and Arconum back on the Scryers. Thank you for making this game a lot more interesting. But yeah, the Legion pre-patch just happened this past week, and so I've seen the new intro cinematic for Legion, and I am afraid I have no interest in buying Legion, no matter how awesome they make Sylvanas look. And then one other thing I want to show off was, remember how I mentioned I made a test character? Well, here it is. When I picked the Horde, I got an achievement for that, which I think I can bring up. No, it's not in the recent. I think it was called For the Horde. And so it gave me this replica Staff of Gul'dan and a replica Bloodguard's Cleaver, which I can use the Cleaver being a rogue. Oh, they're bound to my Battle.net account, so I don't know, maybe I should have made a Goblin Shaman instead of a Goblin Rogue, but... And yeah, it comes with this letter. We orcs came to this world decades ago, driven by demonic bloodlust, pillaging and carving a swath of destruction. Now, free of the blood curse, we stand proudly alongside the greatest warriors of Azeroth, defending family and homeland with our dying breath. But we must never forget that dark past lest it overtake us once again. Take these arms as a reminder of our origins, the foe we now face, and what it means to be a Horde, Loktar Ogar. So that's that. Anyway, let's move on to... Oh no, that's interesting. I've lost Sinister Strike, huh? I guess it did reset. Maybe it reset? No. It couldn't have reset talents because I still have Mutilate. Well, I guess they've actually done the... They've changed around the professions now, haven't they? Yep. Outlaw is now in place of combat. And I was mistaken about this. It doesn't actually utilize gun. It's you pull out a concealed pistol. Although I suspect that's like many years ago I briefly played EA's Warhammer Online, and one of the characters I tried out was the Imperial Witch Hunter, which played remarkably similar to Rogue. Basically, you used your rapier or your main hand sword to build up accusations, which capped at 5, and then you used a flintlock pistol to deliver an execution, which again is the equivalent of a finishing move. Okay, so what have I got now? Okay, I have Envenom. Okay, let's look at General. Or best deals any... Huh, they have really changed it around with this one. Yeah, Mutilation... Assassination is pretty much exclusively poisons and bleeds now. Okay, so, Envenom requires one-hand melee weapon. Finishing move that drives your poison blades in deep, dealing instant nature damage and increasing your poison application chance by 30. Damage duration increased per combo point. And it looks like this is now our new Sinister Strike as an assassination rogue. We still have Evasion, we have Mutilate. Poison Knife throws a poison-covered knife, dealing 39 damage and applying your active lethal and non-lethal poisons. They're now non-lethal poisons? Apply potent venom to your weapons. And we only have deadly poison right now. And we have Sap and Stealth. And we get Shadow Step at 13. I thought Shadow Step would be Subtlety. Backstab and Evasion. Outlaw. Ambush. Okay. And let's see. And we only have Sap. We no longer have Ambush. Interesting. Alright, well, enough of talking about that. Let's get on to Azshara. And I will do my best to avoid comparisons to WoW Krendor's leveling a character series. I got out of hand last time.
Blood and thunder.
Okay, for years I served in this backwater corner of the world, learning the terrain and buying my time. Alas, our time has come. full might of Orgrimmar is now turned to Azshara, our gateway to Ashenvale and dominance over this continent. Welcome to the frontline throne. As we chew up the resources of this land for our war machines, we deprive the local animals of their homes. If they are to die anyway, we should not allow the meat to go to waste, not when the maw of Orgrimmar gapes open hungry. Kill the weakened moss-hoof stags that remain in this area and collect their meat for our peons and grunts. So collect 15 slabs of venison from weakened moss-hoof stags. The Eyes of Ashenvale. Our enemies abound, rogue, even here at our very doorstep. The Night Elves have reinforced Taurendis Point in an attempt to stop our advance into Ashenvale. As we speak, the scouts patrol the nearby hills, reporting every movement to and from these gates. We must remove these Eyes of Ashenvale. Go, your prey stalks all around these gates, especially to the east. Slay the scouts who shadow us, and kill 8 Taurendis scouts.
For the Horde.
Well, this update unfortunately means that stealth doesn't seem to be as very useful to an assassination rogue right now. At least not until we get some sort of move which... Oh, right, we better apply poisons. Because we need them for Envenom. Oh, okay, that's a finishing move? Alright, I guess that's replaced, what was it, Eviscerate? I do not like change that much. Okay, well, let's get into the Runaway Shredder. And yeah, click to complete quest. Labor Captain Grabbit's voice crackles over the radio. Hey Lystis, are you reading this? Piloting that sucker is easy. Push the pedals for your pedal controls and, move the levers for your lever controls. Got it? Now that you've got that thing under control, let's gather up the lumber I was supposed to be collecting. Otherwise, these orcs are going to build a catapult out of me! Fresh lumber should be stockpiled all around the area. Use the shredder to collect all you can. Alright, we have to collect 6 piles of Azshara lumber. Azshara leather? If you lose your shredder, another can be attacked and reprogrammed. Okay, and we can't really fight these... Come on, there's lumber right there. Can't really fight with this shredder right now because... it's not battle equipped. Oh yes, I have my mug of water here. Oh boy. Swallowed wrong. Fantastic. Yeah, I suppose... Okay, Captain's Logs. How's the wood processing going? You should see what that thing does to broccoli. Great, you've loaded the shredder to capacity. You're getting pretty handy with that thing. Hold a second, I'm going to bring your main buzzsaw controls online. Night Elven snipers from Taurendis have been hiding in the trees taking potshots at my workers. I want you to take care of those snipers by first taking care of the trees. Look for Azshara saplings east of the main gate. You're sure we'll know what to do. Chop to it! So we have to use the buzzsaw to cut down Azshara saplings and kill 9 Taurendis snipers. Can we actually... Yeah. Yep, we can kill scouts with this as well. And we can probably also kill the stags. Can we invalid target? Okay. I don't know. I suppose I don't really like drastic change, but I don't know. What choice do I have? Either I play this game as it is and how they make changes to it, or I don't know. I suppose I like the idea of each talent being a lot more specific. And I suppose I like the idea that I could now triple spec and have 3 different talent specializations. Well, again, I'm just very old guard and I'm resistant to change. Okay, there goes the tree, and... oh, come on! Oh. Wow. Look at all the snipers. Okay, can I... what does this buzzsaw... yeah, saws down trees or damage enemies within 5. Eject a pair of saw blades at enemy night elves up to 35 yards. Okay. So yeah, I can... I don't know, can I kill this Mossoof stag? And again, I can only use the blade against night elves. Interesting. The things you learn. And I can't loot it while I'm in the shredder, okay. can use the fling blade against scouts. There we go. Alright, well, time to cut down this tree. Oh, huh. Interesting. You only took one. Although I could have, and yeah, here comes all the snipers. Oh no, oh, okay. Alright. Okay. Come on, there. There we go. Well, now I'm having Warcraft 3 flashbacks, although, I don't know, were Shredders from Frozen Throne? But they might have been in the base game, Reign of Chaos. But then again, I didn't really start playing that game until, I don't know, 2014, 2015? Yeah, I was kind of late to that. My experience with Blizzard started with, was actually begun with StarCraft back in the early 2000s. And then again, I got into the CCG, or TCG, in the mid-2000s, around 2007. Great work, Lystis. That's how we took care of business back on Kazan. Yeah, what's going on? Screams, shouts, and the roar of combat fills the radio. Lystis, get back here right away! Hurry back to the gates! We're under attack! Help us fend off the invaders! I'm arming your grenade launcher! Okay, Labor Captain Grabber, need you to rush back to the rear gate of Orgrimmar to slay 29 elf raiders. Yeah. Well, Azshara is so very different now. I did not play during the heyday when this was a level 50, 55 area. That back during vanilla WoW, of course, but I did during Burning Crusade. I did explore here for a while, you know, mostly so I could get the area explored. Anyway, grenade launcher haphazardly chucks grenades like rice at a wedding. Blah. Okay, so we get into a rotation. Launch, maybe there. Grenade. So it's interesting that you get to use a shredder for this. Okay, more raiders over there. Okay, what's the range on that thing? Huh. Wow, the cooldown on that's really low. Okay. Okay. Just need to get into a pretty good rotation. Oh. Okay. Alright. It'd be nice if I could aim this a lot more efficiently, though. I guess it counted. Okay. There we go. Nice kills, Lystis. They never dealt with the likes of you. How's that shredder holding up? I think I can bring your emergency power supplies online. I'll recharge you when you're wounded. Listen, these night elves are being strengthened by an ancient war who's taken roots just west of the gate. He's a big giant tree. You know what to do. Take him out. You were made for this. And for that we'll get a wood chip dagger, which would be good if I didn't have balanced heart seekers. Although now I'm wondering, I don't know, it might not have been great if I had gone Adventure guide? Suggested content, Azshara, okay. Interesting. Battle pet training? No, I don't care about that, really. Wait, Wait, he said west? Okay, journal? No. What is that? Guild finder? Interesting. Log. Okay. Still getting reacquainted with everything. Okay. Well, that's it for the Tauren scouts. Huh. No, I guess the ancients... Where is it, anyway? That way? Okay. Alright, well, you wanna go? We'll go. And there you go. Okay, you know what? Okay. You know, I never realized... I guess the next never were fast. Not really, anyway. Ancient... Okay, yep, there we go. Discovered Tauren Ancient. It's friendly? That's odd. You think it would have been hostile. Oh, it is. Keep your machines away from me, Goblin. You'll need to be cleansed from this land like the weeds you are. Okay, well, we'll open up with grenades. Or maybe I should use the buzzsaw. Okay. And he's supposedly rooted, like Ancient of War. Jokes. Although, speaking of Hearthstone, I'm looking forward to the point where I could use that Hearthsteed mount. Although, again, I would like to at least buy one Goblin Trike for Lystis, because that would be fun. I probably should work on leveling up her skills. Although, I suppose I should check on the auction house before doing that. Because, well, now I should have access to the auction house with time on my account. Anyway, well, this was easy enough. And I didn't even have to use the healing thing on this shredder. How easy. And down it goes.
One-shot mages